Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Welcome to our broadcast today. It's good to see you guys after such a very long time. Yes, well, we gotta do what we gotta do. But today I was woken up by the by this news uh, released by David Hundein. Of course, it was released much earlier, a couple of hours ago. So I'm kind of late on this, but that's also deliberate. Nigeria issues, been putting them in the back burner somehow, not in the front burner these days. So I deliberately attend to so many other things, but this particular one I had to talk about it because it is something I think it's important that we talk about it. So if you have not heard, it popped up that Tinubu, it popped up all over the internet that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the one that is declared by ANEC to be the incoming president of Nigeria. I know you don't like it. I don't like the way it sounds, but that's where we are today. He has been discovered to have another passport. They discovered that he has another passport apart from his Nigerian passport. And that has become a major issue. In politics, you go through so many things. I tell people don't get too emotional. There are good days and there are bad days. On the good days, you have things going for you, you have good things that people can talk about you. But on a bad day, one 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 detail, one one information, one fact, one story about you pops up that you were not prepared for, and that day is a bad day. Okay, so you have to learn to deal with these things. As long as you are someone who has thrown yourself into the public, you have to expect them to come and you have to be ready to deal with them. So, like it or hate it, members of APC, they are not happy. They are not happy with what is going on right here. I've done my investigation, and a lot of them, they're not coming up to discredit. They're just coming up. A story is true when you don't see a lot of it. By the way they attack the story, you know that it is true. And I can tell you categorically that that passport is not fake. I've seen a lot of people, and I'm going to go through all that. A lot of people trying to propose. See, look, I told you guys, I'm a guru. I'm a guru when it comes to graphics, documents, and media generally. I know my onions, so I can tell you that that passport is that passport is real. All right, but to be able to do that, we have to analyze a whole lot of things. We have to analyze a whole lot of things. We would let's start with and by the way, I really, really hope, I wish, I pray that it is true. I hope you guys are hearing my voice. I hope my mic is working. All right. Okay. Yes, it is working. Sorry for that small break. I thought something was wrong, but we're good. All right. So, like I said, I wish that this thing is very, 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 very uh, correct. I don't like Tinubu. Just let me put it out there. I don't like Tinubu. I don't appreciate his ways. I don't wish that he becomes the president of Nigeria, even though as it looks right now, there's not much that we can do. There's actually a lot that we can do, but as it's going right now, there's not much that we can do. If nothing happens, I can assure you that they will swear Tinubu in on the 29th of May. Yeah, I don't say because I like him or because I'm an APC support. I don't like APC. I'm not. I don't sympathize with them, but I can tell you if everything continues going the way it is going, not any letter. not any whatever, not any amount of posts on the internet can stop that swearing in. That swearing in is going to happen. Not any, in fact, going to court. It will just going to be a court. Maybe today we start to go to court now. You see, people don't like when I talk like this, but we told you a long time ago. We said this is how this system is. That's why we can boldly tell you, not much is going to come out of it. When something could have come out of it, guys said, no, 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 no. You're talking the way you're talking because you guys lost in the election. You're talking the way you're talking because, all of those things, reasons that were advanced. You can look back now and see that it is not true. Okay. This guy is a bad guy, very bad guy. Please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing to our channel. If today is your first time, but for all other regular offenders, you're welcome back. So let's get into this thing. A lot of people, like I told you guys, this is for real. Actually, Tinubu has this passport. It's not be say anything. It is genuine. I've gone around, and that passport is very, very genuine. If anybody tells you it is not genuine, it's very, very genuine. I'm going to show you a close up of it. For those of you who have not seen it, this is the passport. It is very, very genuine. His name is there as Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, if you look to, because we're going to discuss some of this, we're going to look at it and explain to you what is happening so that you'll be able to navigate around some of the things you're hearing online. So if you look at this passport, his name is there, Bola Ahmed. Is Tinubu Bola Ahmed. That is his name. It was issued in October 2006, I will presume, and then it will. Sorry. It was issued March, March 29 March. I'm not reading this very clearly, but anyway, those information there, they are for real. And I think that's his date of birth. I think that's the date of birth that they're showing there. Yeah, and then you can see the expiry date of the passport. It was issued. Okay. His date of birth, another date of birth here, 29th of March, 1952, and it was issued on the 6th of October, 2015, an expiry date after 5 years, October the 6th, 2020. And if you look to the right, you will also see place of birth is Lagos State. All right, so clearly this is for real. But I'm also cautious with these things. I don't just come and post them, without doing a little bit of investigation. So I've done a little bit of investigation. That doesn't mean that tomorrow there might not be another story. If another story breaks, because I'm not perfect, I'm only doing my own to the best of my ability. If another story busts out tomorrow, there's a disclaimer, we'll still bring it to you. But as far as I can tell you right now, and I know it will make you feel bad if you're a Tinubu supporter, that passport is real. And I know this will give you hope if you are an obedient, if you are even a member of AAC. Although AAC people, we're kind of here not there with this thing. We're just folding our hands and watching what is going on, because with the two sides, the battle, the real battle, where we are concerned as AAC members, is for the soul of the people of Nigeria, the people of Nigeria, not even the country as it were, the geographical country, but the individuals. That's where we are focused. But for the obedient movement, yes, they are tackling the APC people. So I guess this will make them feel very happy, and this should give them a glimmer of hope. No matter how tiny that hope is, they will clutch at it. Okay, so that's where we are. Like I said, it's someone here, Chelo said, propaganda. You guys, Igbobia, have mental virus gene in your head. Okay, so this has become about Igbo and Yoruba for you. But that's not what we're talking about. Let's focus on focus on the facts before you. Now, one of the first if you go online, one of the first counter arguments that you see people party around, I mean, serious minded people, not people who just come and throw this tribal thing. I think our youths are so confused, so confused. Somebody says, Dr. Chidi, the confused doctor is online. uh, it says the confused doctor is online. Yes, you're right. I'm actually very confused now with Nigeria. The same young people that yesterday they were shouting revolution, protest. Today now they are hailing Tinubu, because they think this is a tribal war. The thing just beats me. So yeah, you're right. I'm confused. I don't know about you. But some people have advanced their argument that, oh, this is a diplomatic passport. Yeah, a lot of them have said this is a diplomatic passport. So how can you now be saying, oh, that it's the real one? But you have to understand, what is a diplomatic passport? Why does someone take a diplomatic passport? There is a reason why someone will say, I want a diplomatic uh, uh, I want a diplomatic passport. I'm going to tell you that very, 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 very soon, okay? And there's also an argument to say that, oh, even though it is a diplomatic passport, even though he has that kind of passport, he still would be allowed to run for the position of the president of Nigeria. But are they true? Is there a reason why they are saying that? Okay, what Tinubu has is not just the passport of that country, he actually has a diplomatic passport. What does a diplomatic passport do? Just in very simple terms, a diplomatic passport actually gives you diplomatic immunity. Now, if you don't know, diplomatic immunity allows you to go through a lot of places without being searched. And you'll be wondering, why exactly does someone want to pass through a place without being searched? Do you understand? Why? Why does someone want to go through a place without being searched? It will begin to make you get worried, if you know what I'm talking about. But don't believe me. I'm going to show you what has been written about Guinea that might make you wonder, why is someone, excuse me, why would someone want to go to Guinea of all places? Because people have said, Chidi, this is not real. Oh. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to get another citizenship, he will get the one of UK, he will get the one of here, he will get the one of there. After all, he has for US. By the way, he doesn't have any US passport. Bola Ahmed Tinubu doesn't have a US citizenship passport. What he has is a passport with a visa to America, okay? And we can go and look at that and tell you the difference, all right? But first of all, there's so many posts online. Let me read this one. It says, for a man who claims to be fighting for the people and democracy, yet he owns 50 million private jet, how laughable is that? Guinea is where most of the criminals like Ayatollah Ibori and all of these people, they co-own refinery and they send oil cargoes too. They also use it as transit point for money laundering into the US as well as for drug trafficking. Is it beginning to make sense to you? Why Guinea? Why not Russia? Why not China? Why not Indonesia? Why not Taiwan? Why not somewhere else? Why Guinea? Guinea, small Guinea. You see, it is because Guinea has been established as a place where people go to they use it to they use it for money laundering and all of those kind of things. And that's why people go to Guinea. There's a reason why people take up. Remember when Desiani went to that to get what they call it, to get citizenship for is it one of those Caribbean islands? They are very, very good at that. Okay. The reason why she did that is because That is where criminals go to have these things done for them. Let me share this picture for you. You hear what they had to say. Listen to this. An article published on 13 September on Guardian News indicates the following. Guinea is the only country where a foreigner can obtain all the documents, birth extract, national identity card, passport he or she needs to is the biggest scam. All administration documents are available to foreigners. All you need is a bit of money. That's all you need. According to an article published by the BBC on the arrest of two police officers accused of passport trafficking, the Guinea capital is a whatever main hub. Listen to this, very, very important. Guinea is a main hub for the passport trade, with foreigners is using the passports to travel to where? Morocco, and then to Europe. In addition, according to statistics provided to the BBC by police officers between 2015 and 2017, 20 to 30% of Guinea biometric passports were sold to non-Guinean Africans. So your friend who tells you they are from Guinea could just be one man from your village. I don't want to call anybody's village, who left Conakry and went to Morocco, and then you know this story. Some of you now that are listening to me, you know that you did it. So let's not just pretend. Say this Obodo journey, not the small thing. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Now, corroborating information could not be found among the sources consulted by the research directorate within the whatever constants of within the time constraints of this response. All right. Guinea's Minister of State refers to the following problems that arose during operation to roll out the issue biometrics passports in Guinean embassies in Europe. Guinean embassies, did you see that? To issue biometric passports in Guinean embassies in Europe. Let me repeat, during operations to roll out and issue biometric passports in Guinea-Bissau embassies in Europe. Why did I focus on that particular part? A lot of people who think that this story is not true, they've said, didn't you see? Shebi, they said that's true. It's not true, because how can you issue Guinean passport? How can you issue Guinean passport in a foreign country? In fact, let me show you where that thread started. Somebody went online. Well, somebody went online. This is another one. But let me clear this. Let me clear this quickly, and I go to that one. The reason why the passport was not issued in Guinea is because foreign embassies, foreign consulates, they can issue passports from their embassies. They don't have to. They can issue you a passport of another country from within another country. Okay, you don't have to. The Nigerian embassy here in Canada can issue a Nigerian citizenship passport right from here. The children that are born to Nigerian parents, they receive their passports here. My children didn't receive their passports in Nigeria. They got a Nigerian passport here in Canada. So that argument does not hold any water. I hope you guys understand. Now, another argument that people have put forward, which I'm going to share with you quickly, I saw it on nairaland.com. Okay, and the nairaland.com is actually their site. I don't know whether they are pro Tinubu, but in this their thing that they released, I'll show you what they claim, and that's why I was referring to that part about embassies issuing passports to people from another country not really the mother country. Now, this is another argument that they put forward. I will show you this argument. Now, on Naira Land, we see where they said pictures, real Guinea passport and David Hundeyi's Tinubu's Guinea passport. They are trying to say that this passport here, this is how a Guinean passport looks. This is the one that will expire in August 2023. This is a modern, real passport from Guinea. And they say when you look at Tinubu's passport, that there is discrepancy between this one. So again, it has been established clearly. I hope those of you who are still doubting it, you can see clearly now. It's been established that Tinubu has a Guinean passport. It is not fake. See, what they are now doing is comparing that passport with the current Guinean passport. If not, you would have heard all the APC boys shooting from 200 barrels. But no, this one hook. It hooked them well. Okay, so more and more you can see confirmation that this is for real. It's not that it is fake. It is actually for real. Okay, so just for the sake of those of you who think it's fake. So what they're trying to say is that it is different, but there is a reason for this, and someone clearly answered that question. Let me take you down here. Now, the reason for this, the person says, see the dates and the difference. You just posted the new version. So what you posted is the new version of the passport. Guinea-Bissau started issuing that you posted a new version of the passport Guinea-Bissau started issuing in 2018. The master of facade, this is French, passport was issued before 2015. So these things, it's people from Guinea that are answering this question. They feel so embarrassed with what is happening. They don't want any part of it. So you see this one that was published, this one that is being claimed, this one, sorry, this one here. This one here was published, it was issued in 2018. Okay, so that is the current passport that they are issuing. 2014, that's when they started issuing that one. That's when they changed the way they issue their thing. But you see, 2018 is the one that they showed. So it is clearly an old format. And if you go through this thread, you can see a lot of Tinubu's people being very jittery. You can see a lot of them saying, oh boy, now wow, we're in trouble. So what we're just trying to do is kind of keeping it real, talking about why these things are happening. And don't forget, like I told you, the main reason why a lot of people would want to go to Guinea to get their passport is clearly because that is a place where you can use as a passageway to launder money for drugs. It is well known, it is well documented. I would just want you to read further to know why. Now, why is all this hola bola about this passport? Why is it very important? It is because the Constitution of Nigeria, and especially as contained in the INEC guidelines, it provides that for you to run for an election in Nigeria, an elective post, you have to not have dual citizenship. And where did they talk about this? Okay, don't worry, I'll show you all these things. That's why I've taken my time to go and research them, so that when we are talking, it makes it easy for us. Okay, so I'm going to share this with us. But first of all, this is how David Hundeyin, this is how he showed it. I was hoping to talk with him on Dr. Damage's show, but by the time I came, they were finishing. But this is what he published on his handle that started all this wahala for Tinubu people, and they're giving them running stomach right now. Even some of them are on this channel. By the way, I welcome those of you. I know it's the topic that brought you, but after this, please subscribe and continue staying. Anyways, the one I actually wanted to share with us is this, and that is why it is important that's why we're actually discussing this particular event that happened. You see, this is what the Nigerian constitution has to say. It says, does dual citizenship disqualify a person from seeking or holding elective office in Nigeria? Now, preamble. This is the preamble. Dual citizenship is also called dual nationality. The term refers to the status of a person who is a legal citizen of two or more countries. The question as to whether persons having dual citizenship can contest or continue to hold public offices is prevalent, and the same has been settled by the Nigerian judiciary. This has given life and meaning to the wordings of the Constitution. What does the Constitution say? The Constitution says, Chapter 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, provides for three classes of citizens. Well, I was going to get that particular section of the Constitution, but what the Constitution provides and the way it is being interpreted with INEC is causing a little bit of confusion, and it is important that we try to access that part of the Nigerian Constitution. That part of the Nigerian Constitution. Let me tell you why there's a little controversy here. The Constitution talks about a person being a dual citizen of another country, not being qualified to contest for election. However, there has been judgment in a case where this dual nationality was the bone of contention. And the judge had ruled that what the Constitution said, listen to this, this is critical, that the Constitution does not talk about people who are citizens by birth. That what the Constitution talks about is people who are citizens by registration, like those of us who are citizens of a country like Canada, but we're not born in Canada. Like my children, they don't have anything to fear. They are born here. They are Canadian citizens. My wife was born here. Me, my own attachment citizen. So they're trying to say that the Constitution here refers to an attachment citizen, somebody who is not citizen by birth. And so that when they have given you citizenship of Nigeria because you have met the requirements for being a citizen of Nigeria, when they have given you that citizen, if they discover that you have also taken that citizenship from another country, then it will disqualify you from standing or sitting or participating in an election. Now, I know this makes it's people who were happy about this whole Tinubu citizenship saga. It does not make them feel good, but we have to just focus on what facts are out there. It doesn't matter if it favors you or it does not favor you. That is what we are going to be seeing in the coming days. We're going to see whether this will prevent them from swearing Tinubu in or not. But let's look at this. So read the part that I don't think you guys are seeing the part that is on the line. Oh, it's cutting. It's cutting. But you can read it. You can read it. Yeah, it's come up. That part that is on the line, let's start reading from the second paragraph. It is clear, and I hereby hold that the acquisition of dual citizenship by a Nigerian per se is not ground for disqualification for election. Okay, let's go back and see where this came from. The question of dual citizenship and forfeiture of same has attracted judicial attention in Nigeria because of the constitutional provisions. One of the most outstanding judicial authority on this matter is the Court of Appeals decision in the case of Dr. Willie Ogebide versus Mr. Arigbe Osula 2004 12 NWLR Part 886 pages 138 paragraph CE, where Onore JCA, now JSC, in the same case opined in opined whatever. It is clear, and I hereby hold, that the acquisition of dual citizenship by a Nigerian per se is not a ground for disqualification for election to the National Assembly, talking about National Assembly, particularly where the Nigerian citizen is a citizen by birth. This is the clear meaning of the provisions in these sections 66(1) and 28 of the 1999 Constitution when taken together. The only Nigerian, listen to this, I hope you can see it clearly. See, it says the only Nigerian citizen disqualified by the said section is the one who is a citizen of Nigeria, not by birth, by either registration or naturalization, who subsequently acquires sorry, I can't take calls now, who subsequently acquires acquires the citizenship of another country in addition to his. You see that? He's saying that the only place this matters, but bear in mind he was talking about National Assembly election. And this is why where we this is where we look at the judiciary right now, that is supposed to be the last hope of the common man, but is acting in a way that makes the common man not to trust it. You understand what I'm saying? You wish that the judiciary was one that you could trust. However, with what is going on, it is pathetic that we can't even trust the judiciary. Because look at how maybe a wrong judgment, I'm not saying this judgment is wrong, but this is how important it is. If the judiciary gets it right, if the judiciary gives a hearing based on justice, it helps the country in future because people can make reference to that. If there's an error in judgment, if they give judgment that takes away the justice of individuals, it will form a precedent for things that will happen in future. And that is why it is very, very important that we have good people in the judiciary. So from this now, you can see clearly that it is not it is not Uhuru yet. Don't go and jump up and say that, oh, this revelation by David today means that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not be sworn in on the 29th. Like I told you people, it is just the truth. Yes, it came out. Yes, it gives a glimmer of hope, but it is not such a big thing as it looks. Okay. People like me, it excites me when I see Tinubu going through stress because I don't think he deserves to be the president of Nigeria. I think APC is not a good party, but I respect people who have chosen that. You know, it's their fundamental human rights. They want to be in APC, fine. Okay, it won't spoil you from being my friends. I have friends in APC too, but I don't like APC. I don't want them to become people who are leading the country, Nigeria. I don't want Tinubu to be president of Nigeria. But hey, it is what it is. He's cruising, he's coasting to, to the swearing in. In fact, they are doing military parade, they are rehearsing, and those in his campaign. They are buying Ashwebi right now. That's what I'll be doing if Omoyele Sowore won the presidential election. That's what Obedience will be doing if Peter Obi won the election. If Peter Obi was declared, because it's two different things, he won and he was declared. But be that as it may, that is the truth. I just wanted to bring to you guys some facts that I know about this passport. First and foremost, that passport is true, and why Guinea is known as a trafficking hub for drug dealers and people who are money launderers. I'm not saying that's why he has a Guinea passport, but that is the facts about Guinea. Okay, discrepancy in date and style of the passport is because that was issued at a different time. Most people have issued most countries have changed the way passports are being issued. They've tried to harmonize it, and so passports look different now than they looked before. Anyways, and then also the one about whether a citizen can hold an elective post, we'll leave the courts to give us an interpretation. But as I have said before, and you guys have seen here, there's been a ruling in the past where they think that the only case where a person can be disqualified from participating in an election is whereby that person is a registered citizen, or a citizen by naturalization, not a citizen by birth. They're trying to say that you can't deny somebody who is born Nigerian from participating in an election. But we'll see how that goes. I want to thank you guys for once again coming to my show and listening to us and being part of us. And thank you for all your support. On behalf of Dr. Erica, I want to wish you guys the best of whatever you wish yourself. Bye bye.